Let's talk about success. If you want to lead a successful life, do the opposite. So I can almost say with certainty that if I did everything I was told, if I followed the path laid out in front of me, if I didn't question everything and just followed the popular opinion, then I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have seen the success, and you guys probably wouldn't even be watching my videos. So first and foremost, I give all my success to God, and I thank God for all the blessings. And not to toot my own horn here, but rather to provide context for you with what I mean when I say success. I was able to go from a broke university student to millionaire by age 24 through entrepreneurship, business. Age 25, I became a multi-millionaire, and now I'm 28 and I'm financially free, and I don't have to work if I don't want to. So that's the monetary success. However, my definition of success goes beyond the financial. We've all heard of the millionaires who are miserable, many committing suicide, so money's not everything. You and I both know that. So my definition of success means living a really well-rounded life and developing a commitment to cultivating success in my intimate relationship with my husband, my platonic relationships and friendships, my relationship with self, my relationship with God, my spirituality, my health and fitness, taking care of my body, contributing beyond myself, and of course the financial success as well. So for me, that is success. It's when you create success in all these areas of your life, and there's not just the financial success, but then it comes at the cost of your success with your family life or success with your health and your fitness. So to neglect any one of these areas, I think, would be a total injustice to yourself. Now, there are many contributing factors to my success, but one of the most important ones was learning how to think for myself. Learning to think for myself. I learned very early on to question everything. Everything I was told, everything I heard in the media, everything I read, and there's nothing wrong with questioning things. If something is the truth, then questioning it isn't a threat. And I learned that settling for the popular opinion is just lazy. It's easy to just adopt the same opinion as someone else because you heard someone else saying it, and you don't have to think for yourself. I realized I don't want to do what's normal or what most people do, because the unfortunate reality is that most people are unhappy in life. Most people hate what they do for a living. Most people are overweight or have health challenges due to lifestyle. Most people don't have an incredible relationship with their spouse that's growing day by day. Most people have problems in their life that they just don't care enough to address and resolve. Most people can barely drag themselves out of bed in the morning and are not excited to start their day. So why would I want to do what most people do? If I want to lead an extraordinary life, then I can't do what the majority do. So for example, a lot of people, they shy away from pain or challenge in life. And personally, one example, one opinion of mine, one belief I have is that when it comes time for me to have children, I would like to birth my children at home. If I have an uncomplicated, healthy pregnancy, I think that would be perfect. That would be such an amazing experience. And I would like to do that, of course, without pain medication. Now, most people, when I share that with them, think that I'm crazy. Why would you forego the pain medication? Why would you put yourself through that pain and that experience when the pain medication is available? But if you knew me, you shouldn't expect any different, because I have a philosophy about pain and challenge in life. And my belief about challenge is that it's one of the greatest opportunities to grow. Because when your life is so comfortable, so cushy, then you don't have a big enough reason to grow. So challenge, when there's challenge in life, instead of shying away from it, just take it face on and see it as the opportunity it is to grow. So why wouldn't I apply the same philosophy to one of the most significant and magical experiences of my lifetime, of giving birth to my children? So that's an unpopular opinion that I have, but for me, it makes total sense. And I'm not afraid of going through some pain to experience this experience fully. So I learned early on that I must think for myself, because I can't afford the luxury of doing what I'm told if I want to live an extraordinary life. So I was told to finish university so that I could get a stable, secure government job. But the idea of working a job that I hated just for that stability and that security just made me want to blow my mind. So I took an unconventional path and I started my own business, even though everyone told me not to. Everyone told me that that was too risky. And then also when I started my business, I had an idea for this, the waist trainer business. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know all about that. And everyone told me it was a bad idea for many, many reasons. But I knew what I had to bring to the table, and I was confident in my abilities. So I pursued it, and that idea made me millions of dollars, and I later sold that entire business for 7 figures. So at some point, you have to build confidence in yourself and your abilities, because a lack of self-confidence will make you susceptible to doing what everyone else does out of fear of taking risks in life, and out of fear that you can't handle the challenge or the uncertainty. The successful ones are the ones who took calculated risks. I'm not talking about like risking everything and being irrational. It's a calculated risk. And understanding that part of success requires a level of comfort in uncertainty in life. Again, if you're always comfortable, maybe that's the reason that you're not getting what you want in your life, and maybe it requires you to step outside your comfort bubble. I've got another video that I highly recommend. If you feel like that's you, check out the video here. I think it'll help you. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking the regular path in life if that's what you want. That's a beautiful thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if your heart is set on a bigger vision, then you owe it to yourself to pursue it or forever hold your peace. Now, thinking for myself led me to develop my own opinions about things that were important to me. And I soon realized that my opinions were not the popular opinions. In fact, if you were to ask my opinion about a topic, and you knew what the popular opinion was about that topic, and you were to bet that my opinion would be the opposite of the popular opinion, or at least different than the popular opinion, then you are more likely to be right than wrong. In other words, probably over 50% of the time, my opinion is not the popular opinion. And I'm 100% comfortable with that, because I can see how thinking differently has led to a lot of the success in my life. So if you want to lead a successful life, then you have to stop being a sheep. You have to stop following people, quite literally. I mean, stop following so many people on social media. I personally follow very few people on social media. Diligently follow. And the ones that I do follow, the ones that I study and that I would refer to them as mentors, they're like the old school people. They're so old school that they don't have social media, and I listen to their content through audios that were once recorded on tapes and DVDs and CDs. So those are the people that I like to follow. I actually don't really follow anyone kind of in our generation today. Not to say that there's no one worth following, I think there is, but I think that the problem is that I feel like a lot of people in our generation, they just know how to talk a lot, but they don't actually have any real life experience with what they have to say. In other words, they don't necessarily walk the walk, and that's something I highly respect. So I look for that if I'm going to be consuming someone's content on a regular basis. Now, don't get me wrong, I encourage you to seek out mentors and role models and people that motivate and inspire you. I just caution you to follow any one person religiously, because the danger in that is that you adopt their beliefs and way of thinking in lieu of following or formulating your own thoughts and your own beliefs. And so you can lose yourself when you are subscribed to so many other people's opinions. Now, there is a danger in having an opinion because the ego loves to be right. And when you have an opinion, now you have something to be right about, thereby making someone else wrong. So catch yourself when you notice yourself making the opposing view wrong. It's something I think that we as a society forgot during the pandemic. We forgot that we can all have differing views, beliefs, ideas, and still get along civilly. We can still be cordial, we can still be friends. We don't all have to believe the same thing. When you demonize someone or a group of people just because they don't share the same viewpoint as you, you become a narcissist. That is the definition of narcissism. Thinking that everyone will believe the same thing as you is just not realistic. So instead of becoming defensive, you can learn to appreciate the other person's perspective, and you can see it as an opportunity to collect data and information from an opposing viewpoint. You know, if you met me for the first time, you would never know what my opinions are about these things because I just don't care enough to share it. I don't care to convert anyone to my viewpoint. If someone asks me, then I'll confidently share my viewpoint. I'm not going to shy away from it, but I'm not going to just like bring it up and be confrontational about it. I just don't see the purpose in that. So thinking for yourself is going to help lead you to making some very unique decisions in your life, which will lead to some very unconventional ideas. And that's what will help you lead a life that is unique and a life that you want to live rather than a life designed by your parents or the government or society as a whole. But always remember that everyone has value to share. Everyone deserves to be heard. If anything, it's like you can get value from hearing their perspective. So keep your ears open, be respectful, but at the end of the day, you are the one who decides what's best for you. Don't give that responsibility to anybody else because nobody knows your heart's desires like you do. So, if you liked this content, I have a couple other videos on success that I think you'll really enjoy that really dive deeper into creating success. So I highly recommend you check them out. You can click one of them here. Others will be listed in the description box below. Let me know in the comments section what you pulled from this video, and if you have any tips for the viewers, please do share them. I love reading all your comments down below. I'll see you guys next time.